electoral rules in Bihar ahead of assembly elections. National Security Advisor Drishti Doval on Friday called out international media, specifically naming the New York Times for its reportage on Operation Sindoor against Pakistan and dares to show even one image of damage on the Indian side. BJP leader Court Bihar on Friday hid out at the opposition INDIA bloc after the Supreme Court allowed the special intensive revision of electoral rules in poll-bound Bihar, saying that the order of a big setback for opposition parties. The Golpara district administration in Assam is preparing for a massive eviction drive slated to begin on Saturday, July 12, targeting illegal settlements in Paikan Reserve Forest. Those were the top headlines, and now for the news in details. First off, we have the Congress MP Rahul Gandhi Friday accused Election Commission of India of hatching a conspiracy for Chunav Chori in Bihar, referring to poll body's decision to revive electoral rules in the state ahead of assembly elections there. Addressing Samvidhan Bachao Samvesh in Bhubaneswar, Rahul Gandhi said that ECI is working as a BJP wing and alleged that similar attempts to steal elections are being made in Bihar just like they were made in Maharashtra. Rahul Gandhi also said that BJP is attacking the constitution. Just like Chunav Chori, which was done in Maharashtra, similar attempts are being made to do Chunav Chori in Bihar. EC has hatched a new conspiracy for Chunav Chori. EC is working as a BJP wing. It is not doing its own job, he said. Referring to Maharashtra Assembly election in which Mahavikas Aghadi suffered a staggering loss last year, Rahul Gandhi said that over 1 crore new voters were added then and nobody knows who were these voters and where did they come from.
भाइयों और बहनों, बीजेपी पूरे देश में संविधान पर आक्रमण कर रही है.
Heading on to the next news, the Golpara district administration in Assam is preparing for a massive eviction drive slated to begin on Saturday, July 12, targeting illegal settlements in the Paikan Reserve Forest. The operation aims to reclaim over 140 hectares, which is approximately 1,040 bighas of encroached forest land, primarily to curb human-elephant and the conflict and restore ecological balance. Authorities earlier set July 10 as the deadline for encroachers to vacate the area voluntarily. With the deadline passed, officials are now mobilizing in full force to proceed with the eviction. The eviction drive will focus on two major encroached zones, Bidyapara and Betbari, under the Krishnai range of the reserve forest, where several families are said to have been residing unlawfully for years. In the run-up to the operation, joint teams from the Forest Department and Assam Police have been conducting intensive patrolling, making public announcements via loudspeakers and urging illegal occupants to leave peacefully. Heavy deployment of police personnel along with bulldozers, excavators and senior officials is in place to ensure the drive is conducted without disruption. The administration has made it clear that the eviction is part of a larger conservation effort to protect the forest ecological integrity and wildlife corridors. The countdown of the eviction has officially begun, with the administration determined to carry out the operation as scheduled. The residents of Mai Khuli village under Reboi district of Meghalaya are protesting against the Memorandum of Understanding signed between the government and Meghalaya and the government of Assam, which is concerning the interstate border resolution. Their protest centers around the inclusion of fishery pond, which has long benefited the people of Mai Khuli within the territory of Assam under the agreement. The villagers took to the streets carrying banners, placards and various written messages demanding that the government of Meghalaya reclaim fishery pond. According to them, the pond has been the rightful property of Meghalaya village and has served as a vital source of income through fish farming. The revenue generated from it has supported the local school and other community needs so far. As reported, this fishery pond has been maintained and protected by the Meghalaya village community for over 50 years. It lies within the boundaries of Meghalaya's Riboi district. However, in this recent phase of border resolution, the pond has been forcibly included under Assam's jurisdiction through the signed MOU. Through this public rally, the villagers have reiterated their demand to both the Meghalaya and Assam governments to revise the MOU and return the fish pond to Meghalaya village. They have also made it clear that under no circumstances they will not allow the pond to be permanently handed over to Assam.
We are protesting here regarding Meghalaya government and Assam government. They have already signed the MOU in Delhi, but there is one point we have objectionable, that memorandum number 5. I will read out this memorandum. Whereas in the meeting between the Chief Minister of Assam and Meghalaya on 6 August 2021 at Guwahati Regional Committee headed by a minister with local MLA and other officers as members both sides for the 6 area of difference covering 3 districts each of on both sides were to be constituted for jointly visiting the area, followed by their independent and analysis of the area of difference using 5 mutually agreed principle. IA1, historical perspective. 2, ethnicity of local population. 3, contiguity with boundary. 4, people's will. And 5, administrative convenience at yardstick. We have learned that this point is not going to for our side. It is objectionable that people's will. This should be done by the Meghalaya government or Assam government. This is a very important point, and administrative convenience as
Bharatiya Janata Party leader Gaurav Bhatia on Friday hid out at the opposition INDIA bloc after the Supreme Court allowed the special intensive revision, also known as SIR, of electoral rules in poll-bound Bihar, saying that the order is a big setback for the opposition parties. Addressing the media, the BJP leader stated that the Supreme Court's decision is a significant setback for those who sought to advance their politics through voters who did not have the constitutional right to cast the vote. This is a big setback for those who wanted to advance their politics through the voters who did not have the constitutional rights to cast the vote, those who did not want transparency in the voting process, quoted the BJP leader said. This came after the Supreme Court allowed the Election Commission to continue with its exercise of conducting a special intensive revision of electoral rules in Bihar, where polls are due later this year. A bench of Justices Sudhanshu Dhulia and Joymalia Bagchi did not stay the SIR process but asked the ECI to consider allowing Aadhaar, ration cards and electoral photo or the identity cards as admissible documents to prove voter identity during the SIR of electoral rules being undertaken in Bihar.
We are all aware, yesterday the Honorable Supreme Court of India heard a batch of petitions filed by opposition leaders praying for staying of the SIR that is going on in the state of Bihar being conducted by the Election Commission of India. The Honorable Supreme Court has not stayed the SIR process that is going on in Bihar, and it is a strong message to all the anarchic parties like the RJD, the Congress Party, who have no faith in the Constitution of India, in the constitutional bodies created under the Constitution like the Election Commission of India. And the message is loud and clear. One, the SIR process will continue. Two, the Honorable Supreme Court during the hearing also made it very clear that it is well within the jurisdiction of the Election Commission of India under the Constitution and the Representation of People Act 1950 to undertake this exercise for more accountability and transparency. We hope that some sense will prevail on leaders like Drishti Yadav as well as Rahul Gandhi, and they will introspect and will respect the decision of the highest court of the country, that is the Honorable Supreme Court of India. I must also say that every citizen, every resident of Bihar, and we, the Bharatiya Janata Party, welcome the decision of the Honorable Supreme Court and are committed to ensure that democracy thrives in India and the spirit of the Constitution is followed in letter and spirit. Thank you.
There was on Bihar electoral roll revision. We'll now take a short break.
Where the software engineer meets the talented photographer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University.
Welcome back. Heading on to the next news. National Security Advisor NSA Doval on Friday called out international media, specifically naming the New York Times for its reportage on Operation Sindoor against Pakistan. He dared foreign media to show even one image of damage on the Indian side. Speaking at the 62nd convocation of the IIT Madras, Doval said, quoted, "They have to develop our indigenous technology. Mention of Sindoor was made here. We are really proud of how much of indigenous content was there. We decided to have 9 terrorist targets in the crisscross of Pakistan. It was not in the border areas." He further said that they missed none. They hit nowhere else except that. It was precise to the point where they knew who was there, and the entire operation took 23 minutes.
We have to develop our indigenous technology. Mention was made here of Sindoor. We are really proud of it, not for necessarily what people perceive, that how much of an indigenous content was there. We are proud of it, that some of the best systems that worked, whether it was our BrahMos system, whether it was our integrated air control and command systems, whether it was our radars, whether it was the whole list of things that was being done at the battlefield surveillance about the position out there. We decided to have 9 terrorist targets in the crisscross of Pakistan. It was not on the border area or something, which we thought were there this way. We missed none. We hit nowhere else except that. And it is also not that this was a very, it was precise to the point where we knew who is where. Entire operation was started at 5 minutes past 1 and was over at 28 minutes past 1. 23 minutes. Thereafter, a lot of things are said that this thing, foreign press and all these things, they said Pakistan did that and this. You tell me one photograph, one imagery. In, these days, these imageries are from the satellites all over the world. They are this thing, which shows any Indian damage being done, even a glass pane having been thrown. I don't know, only our forces will be knowing what's happening in this thing, but I am just telling, they brought out photographs, they wrote this thing, the New York Times put out this thing. Only imagery, they said 13 air bases of Pakistan now and now, before 10th May and after 10th May. Whether it was in Sargodha or it was in Rahim Yar Khan or it was in Chaklala or it was in Rawalpindi, any of the places that there are 13 important air bases, including the Bellary where they have got the AVAX, the control systems. Now, I'm not telling any of this thing. I'm only telling what the foreign media, on the basis of the imageries, have put the images in it. So we're very able to achieve it. We are capable of doing that.
The death toll in the Gambhira bridge collapse incident in Gujarat's Vadodara has risen to 18th with the recovery of more bodies, and officials said on Friday. Speaking to reporters, Vadodara Collector Anil Dhamelia said that the rescue and recovery operation is still going on to find the 2 missing people, and also to remove the debris from the incident spot. A section of the Gambhira bridge connecting Vadodara and Anand collapsed on July 9 and fell into the Mahisagar river below. The official noted that the 5 victims of the incident are undergoing treatment in the hospital and are now in stable condition. Dhamelia said that the rescue and recovery operation is going on while 5 live victims are undergoing treatment and are stable, and dead bodies trapped under a slab, and efforts are underway to recover them. The driver of the truck, which is trapped in, also missing. They are trying to find his body. The death toll stands 18 and 2 people are still missing, he added. Gujarat's Chief Minister Bhupender Patel has ordered a high-level inquiry into the recent bridge collapse on the Mujpur-Gambhira bridge connecting Vadodara and Anand. The Chief Minister has entrusted a team of experts to conduct a detailed investigation and prepare a report on the repairs, inspections and quality checks carried out on the bridge.
ब्रिज पे जो परसों अकस्मात हुआ है उसका रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन, रिकवरी ऑपरेशन अभी चल रहा है। उसमें परसों हमने 12 डेड बॉडीज रिकवर की थी। कल हमने 6 डेड बॉडीज रिकवर की है। 5 पर्सन इंजन पहले दिन ही मिल गए थे, वो सारे स्टेबल है। आज का हमारा जो ऑपरेशन का प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव है, जो डेड बॉडीज है बिल्कुल वो फंसी हुई है, ट्रैप्ड है, वो एक ज़्यादातर स्लैब के नीचे ट्रैप्ड है, उनको निकालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। साथ ही साथ जो ट्रक फंसा हुआ, ट्रक का ड्राइवर भी मिसिंग है, तो वो डेड बॉडी को रिकवर करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। यहाँ पर जो आप सिचुएशन देख रहे हैं कि 3 से 4 मीटर जो रिवर का मिड पाथ है वहाँ पर कीचड़ है, दलदल है, और साथ ही साथ बाहर के पार्ट में भी काम में थोड़ी दिक्कतें आ रही है। फिर भी हमारी टीम कॉशियस रह के काम कर रही है। सोडा ऐश अंदर पानी में रिलीज हो रहा है, इसकी वजह से थोड़ा इरिटेशन और इचिंग हो रहा है, उसको न्यूट्रलाइज करके वहाँ पर भी टीम काम कर रही है। सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड का एक टैंकर अंदर फंस गया है, तो वो उसको रिलीज ना हो उस दिशा में भी हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं, और खास करके रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन खत्म होने के बाद उसको न्यूट्रलाइजेशन करने के लिए हम प्रायोरिटी देंगे। आज का ऑपरेशन का बेसिक ऑब्जेक्टिव सबसे पहले अपनी डेड बॉडीज रिकवर करना, उसके बाद हम अपने जो बाकी वहाँ पर एसेट और जो स्लैब्स है उसको हटाने का काम करेंगे, मलबा हटाने का काम करेंगे। ऊपर के पार्ट में जो ट्रक फंसी हुई है उसको निकालने का, और उसको स्टेबलाइज ऑलरेडी कर दिया, लेकिन उसको बाद में निकालने का, और बाकी जो ब्रिज है उसके कुछ एक पोर्शन को कट करने का काम भी आज इसके बाद शुरू होने वाला है।
डेड टोल अभी तक जो डेड बॉडीज मिली है उसका कितना है?
18 डेड बॉडीज हमने रिकवर की है। 2 पर्सन का मिसिंग का लिस्ट हमारे पास है, और अभी उसको हम ढूंढने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
सर, एक रूमर्स लोगों में फैल रही है कि और एक जो 4 व्हीलर है ये भी हो सकती है अंदर, तो उसके
अंदर के पार्ट में हमने पूरा सर्च किया है, वहाँ पर कंप्रहेंसिव सर्च किया है। इनिशियल पार्ट में ऐसी इन्फॉर्मेशन थी कि वहाँ पर कुछ है, लेकिन इको या दूसरा व्हीकल कोई नहीं है। आज 2 दिन से हमारे पास ना कोई ऐसी इन्फॉर्मेशन भी आई है। एनडीआरएफ की टीम ने पूरा उसके लिए अलग से हमने परसों रात को 7 बजे से लेकर 9:30 बजे तक हमने पूरा उसका सर्च ऑपरेशन किया था कि अगर कोई पैसेंजर व्हीकल वहाँ पर दूसरा है, लेकिन पैसेंजर व्हीकल होने की संभावनाएं बहुत ही नहीवत है। और बाकी जो है व्हीकल्स, नंबर ऑफ व्हीकल्स हमने आइडेंटिफाई किए हैं जो मिसिंग थे, हमारे इन्फॉर्मेशन थी, और साथ ही साथ जो यहाँ इंसिडेंट की साइट पर मिले गए उसका पूरा हमने रिकॉर्ड रखा, ब्यौरा रखा है। तो ज़्यादातर वहाँ पर दूसरे कोई व्हीकल की संभावना होने की बहुत नहीवत है।
तो मतलब सर मान सकते हैं कि जो मिसिंग पर्सन है वो सिर्फ 2 ही है और उनकी ही बॉडी ढूंढने की प्रयास हो रहे हैं।
परसों शाम को और कल मॉर्निंग में जो भी इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली उसका हमने कंपाइल लिस्ट बनाया था, उसका 8 मिसिंग पर्सन का लिस्ट था। 8 मिसिंग पर्सन के अगेंस्ट हमने जो ढूंढना शुरू किया, हमने 6 लोगों को रिकवर किया है और वो मिसिंग लिस्ट के पैकी के ही है। तो ज़्यादातर चांसेस यही है कि अब शायद कोई डेड बॉडी नहीं बची हो और कोई वहाँ पर, क्योंकि कोई मिसिंग पर्सन नहीं है और साथ ही साथ पूरे एरिया को हमने छान लिया है। तो
There was on the Gambhara bridge collapse. Now we'll take a short break.
Where the software engineer meets the cool UI UX designer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University.
Welcome back. Heading on to the next news. A Rajasthan court took cognizance of a criminal complaint filed against the UPSC tutor, Drishti IAS founder, Dr. Vikas Divyakirti. According to latest updates, Divyakirti had allegedly made derogatory and defamatory statements against the judiciary. The court ordered Divyakirti to appear before the court in person on July 22nd and directed the Ajmer police to investigate the matter further. In a video titled IAS versus Judge, Divyakirti allegedly said that High Court judges are appointed through lobbying and that the Indian judiciary's power is an illusion. Advocate Kamlesh Mandolia filed a complaint objecting to the viral video. Mandolia claimed that the statement made in the video were derogatory towards the judges and the judiciary.
दृष्टि IAS कोचिंग संस्थान के जो निदेशक है डॉक्टर विकास दिव्यकीर्ति, उन्होंने जो अपने स्टूडेंटों को क्लास के अंदर जज बनाम IAS में कौन बड़ा है कौन ताकतवर है उसको लेकर के और जो वीडियो अपलोड किया था, उस वीडियो में जो न्यायपालिका और अधिवक्ताओं के बारे में उन्होंने जो व्यंग्यात्मक तरीके से, जो हास्यास्पद तरीके से जो टिप्पणी करके और न्यायपालिका और अधिवक्ताओं की जो गरिमा भंग की, जिससे हमारे अधिवक्ताओं की मानहानि हुई। और उस वीडियो को देख के हमारे साथी अधिवक्ता कमलेश मंडोलिया का एक परिवाद हमने न्यायालय श्रीमान जेम 2 मनमोहन जी चंदेल साहब के न्यायालय में पेश किया और वहां उस वीडियो और एविडेंस के साथ में हमने तर्क रखे कि इसमें न्यायपालिका और अधिवक्ताओं को जिस प्रकार से जो गरिमा भंग की, जो अपमानित किया गया, जो व्यंग्यात्मक और कलंकात्मक शब्दों से अपमानित किया गया, इसको लेकर के और न्यायालय श्रीमान ने प्रसंज्ञान लेकर के और 22 जुलाई को विकास दिव्य कीर्ति को शेष शरीर न्यायालय में उपस्थित होने के आदेश प्रदान किए। ये हमने इसमें मई के अंदर हमने न्यायालय श्रीमान के समक्ष पेश किया था। उसके बाद में हमने एविडेंस पेश की, हमने बयान करवाए और जो विवादित जो वीडियो था उसको भी हमने श्रीमान के समक्ष पेश किया और उसको बहस और एविडेंस के बाद में श्रीमान ने इनके ऊपर कॉग्निजेंस लिया। अशोक सिंह रावत, एडवोकेट।
That's all the updates for now. Stay tuned for more and keep watching Hornbill TV.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, you.
And we all need a little more clarity under the details.
About life, people and events that truly matter.
Because sometimes news is more than mere information.
From credible news organizations, credible news, and from credible and award-winning journalists.
Because proper news can not only inform our lives but also change the way we look at it.
In-depth and straight to the point, because the truth deserves clarity.
We pursue events that are not only important to you but also useful for our life's perspective.
We are Hornbill TV.
सबसे नतुन कनेक्ट होइगिना थागिबे Hornbill TV लोगोते.
The Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission, or the National Solar Mission, was launched on 11th January 2010. JNSM is a major initiative of the Government of India with active participation from states to promote ecological sustainable growth while addressing India's energy security challenges. The National Institute of Solar Energy has assessed the country's solar potential of about 748 GW, assuming 3% of the wasteland area to be covered by solar PV modules. Solar energy has taken a central place in India's National Action Plan on Climate Change, with National Solar Mission as one of the key missions. It will also constitute a major contribution by India to the global effort to meet the challenges of climate change. The mission's objective is to establish India as a global leader in solar energy by creating the policy conditions for solar technology diffusion across the country as quickly as possible. The mission targets installing 100 GW grid-connected solar power plants by the year 2022. This is in line with India's intended nationally determined contributions target to achieve about 40% cumulative electric power installed capacity from non-fossil fuel-based energy resources and to reduce the emission intensity of its GDP by 33 to 35% from 2005 level by 2030. To know more about this mission, one can check into the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, that is mnre.government.in, for more details.